So, I made a recent fragrance purchase. Imagine that, me buying a fragrance. Well, I bought this fragrance in hopes that I would like it, but anticipating that it would probably be redundant. And well, I was right. It is redundant. So, that fragrance is Polo Ultra Blue. You want to know why I felt it was redundant and why I'm not keeping the fragrance? Well, stay tuned and I'll tell you all about it. What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Trey Sense here. LL Cool Trey up. Trey Belafonte. Whatever you want to roll with, let's get it, baby. It's Monday. I got out yesterday and did a little bit of looking. Not a lot, but just a little bit. I made a purchase. I made a purchase. But before we get too far into this video, let me say this. If this is your first time coming by my channel, what took you so long? I'm glad you're here. If you're the type of person that likes to watch cologne reviews but are tired of the stuffy, bougie, people that feel like they're too good to wear middle to low end designer or even fragrances that you may not have heard of, well, you stumbled up on somebody that will review just about anything. No cologne snobbery here. So if that's the type of thing that you like, how about consider giving your boy a sub, a like, and a share. Now, for those of you loyal subs that just can't seem to stay away from the scene of the crime, thank you. Welcome back, and I truly appreciate you. Now, let's get to what you came for. I was out yesterday, went to my local TJ Maxx. They didn't have a lot, but in local TJ Maxx fashion, what they had was some pretty heavy hitters. Example, which I already had this fragrance, but they had it in two sizes, YSL's La Home La Intense. They had the 50 mil for $70. No, I'm sorry, the 50 mil for $49 and the 100 mil for $70. Yeah, 69 and 49 is what they were. 49 for the 50 mil, 69 for the 100 mil, which I guess isn't bad prices because if that fragrance is still selling at the mall, it's probably going for over $100. So that's about $30 off retail. Not bad. I'm not sure what it's going for online, but they had it. They had several Polo products, which they have been having here lately. They had Polo Red, Polo Red Rush, which I purchased, reviewed, and returned because it just wasn't, in my opinion, a purchase worth adding to my collection. I have better fragrances that have that same DNA. Example, Polo Red Extreme and Polo Red Rush are very, very similar. To me, the Polo Red Rush is better because it has a coffee note. I also have from the House of Beverly Hills Polo Club, Blaze. And to me, not Blaze, I'm sorry, I digress. Ignite, which has the same type of DNA, the same type of scent profile, again, minus the coffee note, and it's $12, $14. Now, I did feel like I got a fairly decent deal on the Red Extreme, as I feel like I got a fairly decent deal on this particular fragrance that I'm talking about, Polo Ultra Blue. But if you've watched any of my videos, you know the main thing with me is price versus performance. I don't care who makes it. I don't care what name is on the box, the bottle, the packaging. If I pay X amount of dollars for it, it has to do X amount of performance. That's just how I roll. If it doesn't, I have no use for it. I don't mind a fragrance lasting 3 or 4 hours if it has a 3 or 4 hour price tag on it. 10, 20, 25 bucks even. If I pay more than that for it, I've got to get performance out of it, or else there's no point in me having it. The only exceptions to that rule that I would make is probably Dolce & Gabbana The One, which I actually get decent performance out of, whether it's the EDT or the EDP. I get between 5 and 6 hours out of that fragrance, so I'm okay with that. Now, to the reason why I felt like, and I hate not to keep this fragrance, but $49 and then 50 bucks, $55 after tax. No way. And I felt like it was going to be redundant anyway, but I wanted to try it to say I've tried it, smelled it, had it, whatever. Polo Ultra Blue. Now, pros to this fragrance. If something is itching my neck, it smells really nice. That's it. It smells really nice. Beautiful bottle. Love the bottle design. I think that's very classy, very timeless. And I could see somebody really love, because back in the day, back in the 90s, I was a huge fan of Polo. Loved Polo clothing, Polo shoes, everything. Polo hats, I was that guy. I'd step out, I'd be Polo head to toe. That was me. Polo Sport was one of my go-to fragrances, which I still have, an old bottle of Polo Sport that smells really, really good. I like the scent profile of this fragrance. I like everything about this fragrance but the performance. If I had gotten this fragrance, say for $30, it would be a no-brainer. I would keep it. But there's a couple of reasons why I won't keep it. And I've already sprayed it once, and I can smell it easily from the nozzle. So since I'm going to return it, I'm not going to, be greedy and spray it again. I'm going to put it back in the box. Give you one last look at it. Polo Ultra Blue. Beautiful presentation. I like that. I like it a lot. Now, I don't even know if I showed you guys the box. See the box on that? Okay. 3 reasons why I can't keep it in my collection. 1 is the price, the other is performance. Well, that would actually be 5 reasons. 1 reason is because it is very similar to the old school Polo Blue. I have Polo Blue, the Parfum edition, the collector's edition, which performs better than that. As I put 1 spray of that on my wrist last night and 1 spray of this, and that dissipated within 30 minutes. It was very, very faint and very, very hard to pick up, which if you're the type of person who likes light scents, if you're that guy that only wants to spray 1 to 2 sprays of a fragrance on and be good with that because your nose is super sensitive, then great. Let me get back on track real quick. And another reason why I don't need it, completely different company, but same wheelhouse, same vein. This is Calvin Klein Eternity Air. And all 3 of these fragrances kind of do the same thing. And you see I have a lifetime supply of air. So, and I paid 30 bucks for that. So, now this one was pricey. I paid $69 for it. And it is definitely more than $49, $20 more. So by the time I got through with taxes and everything, it was $75. But that does perform a little bit better. It's right there on the edge of where I would need it to be. And if I didn't have this one, I would probably keep this one. But I do have it, so I just don't. If I didn't have this one, I would probably keep this one. Do they smell alike? Yes and no. The DNA of this one is in both of these, but they all 3 are slightly different. Now, I've seen other reviewers talk about this one and they like it. I don't dislike the fragrance. In fact, what I'll probably do is I've seen it on Macari for like 20 bucks in a 1.3 ounce. And I'm sure I can make them an offer for about 15 and get that. So that's probably what I'll do to add it to the collection, is just get it a different way. But for $55, I just think I need to go another direction. I just think that there are better fragrances out there for that money that I need or that I can get, because I am not in need of any fragrances at all. But I wanted to test this one. I wanted to sample it. I wanted to make sure that it wasn't, totally different from the others. And I'm gonna give myself this one. Give myself a spray of this one. It's been a while. Okay, that's. Now I'll say this. That's starting to smell. This smells a little bit, I don't want to use the word dated, but definitely early 2000s to 90s. I pick up on a little bit of Polo Sport DNA in this as well. But this is not a review about Polo Blue per se. Yeah. Again, I like this fragrance, and you can tell where the juice levels are down here. And this is a very old bottle. I think I got that around 2004, 2005. So now I'm gonna give myself a spray of this, and all three of them are different. If you hear that noise, that's my dryer going off. All three of them are definitely different. If there were similarities between the two that would be the most similar would be these two. These two are more similar than these two. But man, that now put this back in the box. This one, out of the three, I like the best. Just to be honest with you, I like this one out of the best. It's not a monster performer either. It's not a monster projector either, but it does smell pretty good. And I'm gonna give myself a hit of this big old monster right here. Yeah. And again, same vein, same wheelhouse. I think I may actually like this better than this one. This is just calmer, smoother. You can't go wrong with any of these fragrances. If you were looking for something clean, crisp, fresh to wear to the office, or again, if you're that type of person that doesn't really like floral type scents or anything too strong or too heavy, any of these four fragrances, whether it was the Eternity Air, of course my battery's dead, getting low. The Polo Parfum, Polo Blue Parfum, the original Polo Blue, or the Polo Ultra Blue. You couldn't go wrong with either one of them if you're looking for an office scent. I gotta give myself one more squirt of this. And again, it smells really, really good. It's not a bad smelling fragrance at all. It's really not. It smells really, really good, but when you have so many fragrances, it is a redundant purchase for me. Now, would I recommend that you buy it? On one condition. If you understand that it's not going to perform well, if you understand that it is one that you will have to wear maybe even on cooler days to get better performance, or a controlled temperature environment, knock yourself out. Knock yourself out. It does smell good. It smells really good. A little bit cologne-y, a little bit showery. It's got that freshness to it that kind of reminds me a little bit of Bleu de Chanel as well, without the citrus and the sharpness. Very airy, slightly aquatic. I don't think it smells as good as Calvin Klein Eternity Air. I don't think it smells as good as that. It's close. Man, my dryer really wants me to get them clothes out. Yeah, I mean, they're all very similar. So it's just a redundant purchase for me. And the simple fact that it didn't perform is for me a deal breaker. It's just, if it were $29 or $39, I probably would keep it. $49 and then $55 after tax. And then I see myself maybe spraying it on once or twice this summer. And it will probably be another summer before I got back to it, and it's just not worth it. I can find better fragrances for $55, or I have better fragrances in my collection. And that's just the gist of it. And I hate to dislike it, because I would really like to add it. You know, and it would really look good sitting in my collection beside this. Again, beautiful bottle. And it is a nice relaxing scent. The problem is it's just such a soft projector. That is definitely an office scent and a great office scent. So some of you out there that work in cubicles or offices or around people, and again, you're in a controlled environment, then if you don't have anything fresh and crisp and clean, you may want to run out and see if your local TJ Maxx has it. It may work for you for the $49 price range if you don't have any of these. I would still say if you see this one for $29 to $39, it's a better buy than this one because the scent profiles are very similar. You're going to get the same type of vibe from this one as you do this one, and vice versa. This one as you do this one. This one is cheaper. Like I said, I paid $30 for this 6.7 ounce. So, and this is not a bad size bottle either. This is a 125 ml for $49. So, I mean, it's not a bad buy price wise, especially when you're talking about or thinking about this is a Polo product, which is never really cheap anyway. And then when you think about what this is selling for at the discounters, which is about $75. So to get it for $49 is not bad at all. But for me, it's just redundant and not necessary. So, and there is a lot of similarities between the Air, the Calvin Klein Eternity Air, and the Polo Ultra Blue. So there you have it. Real quick, I'll give you the pros on the Polo Ultra Blue because that's really what I'm here to talk about. I just use these as reference points. Pros, it smells good. It's nice, it's crisp, it's light, it's airy, it's perfect for the spring and the summer. And it is one that you can wear in the fall as well, especially on a warm day. It is a white t-shirt, white button-up shirt, classy type of scent. It is not too strong. It is not overpowering. If you have a significant other that is very sensitive to fragrances, or if you're very sensitive to strong fragrances and they give you headaches or whatever, I think this is one that you could wear and get away with it. It's made for a man, but I definitely think a woman could wear this, and I know that pisses some people off to think that, oh my gosh, a man would wear a woman's fragrance and a woman would wear a man. I say spray what you like. If you like the smell of Clorox, put you some behind your ear and get on with your business. That's just what I think. And I understand, and you know, I think a man should be a man and a woman should be a woman, all that stuff. So don't get it twisted and think I'm saying, you know, anything different than that. But we're not talking about being anatomically correct. We're talking about smelling good. So I think this is one that can be worn by anybody, any age, any whatever, because it's just a light, crisp, fresh scent. It's just, to me, not worth $49 in tax, which brought it to like $55 for my personal collection. If I did not have this, or did not have this, I might would do it. Cons on it. Pros are, I just gave you the pros. The cons on it, price, right? Even at $49, I just don't think it's quite worth that for me. And I want to tell you the reasons why, because I have other alternatives in my collection that were cheaper and actually smell better and perform better, or smell at least as good. I can't knock the scent profile of it because it smells good, but it just, you know, just doesn't perform for me. Price and performance are the biggest downfalls of this fragrance. If it performed better, I probably would keep it. And again, I want to say this, because you've heard me say this, there's nothing wrong with having a pump fake game. There's nothing wrong with a fragrance only lasting you 3.5, 4 hours. But that fragrance has to be priced in that price range for a fragrance that lasts 3.5 to 4 hours. I don't think I would get, but maybe, I'm trying to think, because I did sample it, I did spray it on. It was a skin scent relatively fast. I'll say within an hour it had stopped projecting. And it laid on my skin maybe 4 hours, but I don't think anybody could smell it because I had to go to my nose, hand to nose, in order to smell it. I couldn't get whiffs of it or anything like that. So it's a pass for me. It's a pass for me. It's not necessarily a dislike. It just doesn't fit where I'm at in my fragrance journey. But again, I'll say for you, for some of you that work around sensitive people, or some of you that are sensitive to certain fragrances and certain strengths of fragrances, then it may be one you could check out. And for $49, if you like it, that's not a bad price point. it just is not a good price point for me. So I'm gonna return it and get my money back and do something different. All right, guys, thank you for tuning into this video. Hope it has been informative. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm going to edit and get it loaded up. I hope everybody has themselves a great Monday. Enjoy the work week. Again, thank you for returning to the scene of the crime and spending some time with your boy, LL Cool Trey. Whatever you call me is cool with me, as long as it's Trey. I has Trey in it. So thank you for sitting with me through this. I hope this video has been informative because the main purpose of my channel is to talk to you about fragrances that maybe don't get a lot of shine and help you save some money. If I've already spent it, there's no point in you doing it if it doesn't fit your lifestyle and what you need. That is the whole purpose of my channel, to help you smell good and keep some money in your pocket. And I hope I've done that here. Again, I can't give Polo Ultra Blue a failing grade because I like the scent profile, but it's just it is a fastly fading fragrance on my skin, and that's all I can go by, is how it does to me. Like the scent, but it's just, I like everything about it except for the price and the performance. But those are two, big criterias. So it's like saying I like everything about that car but the color and the interior. Well, I mean, if you don't like the color of the car and the interior, you don't like the car. I mean, it's just the way it is. So same thing here. Like the scent profile, but everything else I have to digress on. It's just not. So Polo Ultra Blue is a soft pass. It's not a hard pass, it's a soft pass for me. So yeah. All right, guys. Thank you for stopping by again. I know I've already said that, but thank you for coming by the channel. I really do appreciate y'all. We're closing in on a big milestone, and that's 1,500 subs. We're just a few away. And got to tell you, that feels good to look up and see, we knocking on door 1,500 subs, because I never thought I would get there. So, well, let's get it. Anyway, have a great Monday, and I will see you in my next video. Peace. God bless.